Is it a good idea to wear a mask the entire time during an interview?
It depends. Do you want people to know who you are?
Huh? Well, due to my superhero identity, I can't allow the public to know who I am. But I figured I would just wear this mask during an entire video and then cuss a lot the whole fucking time.
It's the superhero Doom and Gloom man.
I mean, seriously, how cool is this fucking thing, though?
That's right. It's Chaos Games.
It's me. Yeah. I still haven't changed my name on YouTube yet because Chaos Games is way cooler.
It is a cool name.
He's been chaos this whole time.
That's right. He also was right on top of my newest video where it wasn't Dragon Quest Tact. It's like my first non-Dragon Quest Tact video ever. And he was like, "Get that out of here. I'm trying to win a contest." And the man comes
First
in
we
and
lost
he's like,
Bro,
"This is shit."
Can you guys see my a second? Can you guys see my screen? Can I do share screen monitor
Why are
2?
you sharing the screen?
Just do it. Just go just for a second. Look,
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it, but look, I already had this video up and I'm watching it. I was further than 55 seconds in. Okay, maybe it didn't work. But the point is I'm watching your video.
I think you would
before
love
I got
this
on call.
game. That's all I'm saying, bro. They need content creators.
I don't think Plaid ever made it 55 seconds in before.
Yeah, you know, it's the first time. It's a card game, I think. I don't actually know yet. I haven't gotten that far.
Let's close your stream. All right, there.
Oh, I was making an innuendo. Sorry.
Okay, that's funny. That's a good sex joke. But more importantly, Dragon Quest Tact podcast now has a Patreon. I know Chase has a Patreon too, but we started ours officially. Patreon.com/DQT podcast, I think.
It's something like that.
I'll find out for sure in a second here. Continue the
Great
conversation.
plug. Wow.
While you're being professional, keep talking.
I'm not being professional. I'm in a poker tournament for the podcast, but I'm only going all in with good hands. So,
Okay, that's fair.
you know, so I got a free ticket because I used to play like semi-pro, and every once in a while they're like, "Come back in, join us."
All right, so really quickly, our Patreon does not have much going on, but if you join, you can join for $1 a month. We have 2 goals. $15 will get us on Spotify if you want to support us to get there, and $2,000, and I will quit my job. Those are the 2 current goals on the podcast. They're both there, and if you join at $1, you're a King She Slime. But if you go all the way up to $20, you're a Sly Heart. So just make your decision
Ooh,
wisely.
Sly on heart. All right, so we have limited time. All right, there's a lot going on in the world out there. The My Hero game drops tonight. Plat's gonna stream it, I believe, is the idea. So I look forward to that.
I think it officially drops tomorrow, but I don't know
Oh.
time. I don't know. They said a thing is like tomorrow it'll come out, but I don't know if that means midnight or something.
Those European pricks already have it. Apparently, I looked it up at dinner.
What?
You
Got
know
a
what I
soft
hate about
launch in Europe.
Europeans? Everything. If you're in Europe, who needs you?
Yeah, we're all descendants of
You've already
Europeans.
missed the boat without your VPN. You got to get a VPN and download it from like I don't know, France or something.
Dude, I'm so like
Dude,
I'm
Eagle
not
knows
that
where
kind
to
of
get it.
content creator. I'm just like I'm not putting that much effort in.
I know.
Speaking of
Like,
effort,
editing
we
is like a
have
big deal
Chase
to me.
Games on today. So, all right. The first thing I wanted to get into is the controversy with Arena and like 10 people having perfect runs and having the incredible teams. I purposely didn't watch your video because I'm a great interviewer and I wanted to ask you about it opposed to actually knowing the answers. So, give us a brief rundown of what's going on with these Arena teams and what is so suspicious.
Well, first of all, so let's start off that you are not my best friend anymore. You haven't watched my video. I put that up like 3 days ago, bro.
That's true.
Okay. Anyway, so I guess to sum it up, the top teams outside of NIB are sus AF. They couldn't beat a 14,000 CP team in 2 turns. They are all crap. They have bad weapons and like the wrong weapons. They have like level 1 to 4 abilities. Not even good lineups. So yeah, there's literally no way that those teams could have won. I mean, if you can still check out rank 3 or week 3 right now.
Give me a team. Give me one of these teams and let's go through the weapons.
It's actually crazy.
Somebody said that it was probably the auto equip. So the number 1 was 0.
It definitely was auto equip,
2688.
but you're not gonna win with auto equip.
Yeah, 2688. By the way, 2688. You divide that by 21. That's it's 228. That's a literal perfect score. I don't. I think the chances of naturally getting a perfect score throughout the week is a rounding error for the best players. Like there are just some lineups, some maps where it is not going to happen. But I don't know. I could be wrong. But here's I don't know how to share. There you go. Look at. Can you guys see it?
Well, no, it's okay. Just use your mouth. All right, that's what I tell her.
I'll hold it up while you use
Okay?
your mouth.
Just
Thank you.
Just say the monsters.
First of all, Dragon Lord human form. As much as I love him, he is a PVE or a like you can turtle with him, but you're going to win on round 3 or 4. He is 2 movement and his big skill is only range 2, so you're not bringing him as 65 points for Kafrizzle. Anyway, his Hellfire Blast is like +4, I think, or lower. Hybrid, wrong weapon, not going to. He's not one-shotting. Your S ranks need to be one-shotting in arena. The only exception is like Fire Breath, because it hits half the field. Awakening to Hellion with the wrong weapon. It's got like the inorganic hammer or something. His ability is like +1. His Hellfire. Dust Moth and Skull Bone Baron. I don't think are good units anyway, because they only have B rank spells, which are going to do like 200 or 300 damage. And the Moth has the wrong weapon.
Yeah, the Moth has a
and again,
demon staff.
Yeah, they're crap ability levels.
Yeah,
I mean,
they literally, the Dragon Lord literally has +4 on his Hellfire Blast, which is like 8 books, if that. Hellion has an inorganic hammer. The Hybrid has the flail, which is the most insane powerful weapon, but it doesn't work with any of his abilities unless he's auto attacking, which you never would.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of HP, but the nature weapon is better because I don't think there's any way to re-roll the flail yet.
And yeah, you could get the arena token thing, but that's basically the only way.
No one's doing
for
that.
Swords. I don't even know if it works on all weapons or if it's only for swords.
True.
Yeah.
But also, if you look at like the Hybrid now, they've switched the weapon. It shows so it's no longer the flail. Now it's the beast hammer, which is still not nature, which is still not a good weapon for this unit. So like.
Dude, I love giving some
so
attack to my hybrid, alright? That's what the real players are doing, alright? So his auto hits a little harder.
Exactly. That's the strategy that they're doing. Like, there's no chance, right? Like, it's literally impossible without an exploit. Like, they could have gone through all their matches and gotten perfect, but the only way to do that would be to go up against a +80 team that for some reason is way too weak for where you are in the standing.
Somehow they're fighting the 40 teams in the 80 slot.
Yeah, that's like base, and they're probably it looks like they're autoing it. It's got like a bot feel almost. Like it just like it's got nothing about the team makes sense.
There's a chance it's a massive display error, but it's not affecting nib. And we talked about this a little bit off stream. It's not concrete evidence, but I'll tell you, if you're topping out arena, you are probably, eat, sleep, and breathing this game. Why aren't they in the community anywhere,
Yo, why is Kage in here making fun of Tropical, alright? Tropical's a cool guy.
Now we're 0. We're 0 on the CP leaderboard, right? Like, I can't see him. He's not in the top 20.
Listen, I found the real exploit, alright? I started autoing on 60-point matches.
Honestly, yeah, that's... I don't really take Arena too seriously anymore, but now that I got the Dragon, I'm done.
It's a process that I don't enjoy to get more stuff. Arena is me trying to get the most tokens possible, and I don't... Because it's not PvP. It's mock PvP. It's cool. Some people are excited that think that they're doing PvP, but it's not.
Yeah, the most fun Arena is when I'm done with my 3 matches and I just go in with shit units to see if I could win. Like that's the most fun I have. Like someone's like, "Hey, do a match, but only bring 2 S units. See if you could win with 2 S units only." I'm like, "Dude, that sounds fun. I would love to do that." Yeah. But the actual matches themselves are just like every match is like exactly the same, or there's a slight deviation, like one of my units dies, or it takes 3 turns. But it's like doing the same thing 21 times a week. It's just
and
not
you can Well, sorry to interrupt. You were talking in your video. The only choice is Blitzkrieg. Like, that's the only strategy that's allowed.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just getting like 90 points.
There's not strategies in Arena. There is strategy. You know, you have to bait tank them out, and then you have to burst them all down. And like the real strategy is like when you realize, all right, killing them on turn 2 causes me to lose a unit, so instead I'm going to play it safe and kill them on turn 3. That's like the compromise of a strategy. That's it. And it's like, I don't know, it's not like I have a miserable time doing it, but it's just I don't know. I don't like the emphasis on time. I don't like the emphasis on keeping units alive. I prefer a heavier emphasis on winning, which I understand with the current not real person PvP isn't really possible because you have a you're gonna win almost every single match.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
It's a stressful chore to me.
And I want to be clear on like the reason I've been doing it the way I've been doing it. One, unfortunately, my new job has just been ridiculously time consuming. To the season, like I can go outside now. It's because winter in northern Maine is like 8 months, so I haven't seen the sun in what feels like a year. So I go outside and play with my kids after work and stuff. I just don't have time to sit down and to try hard. So I'm not going to play the 80-point matches if I'm not going to try to win in 2 turns. And I feel like because of how much money I spent, that I should be able to win in 2 turns at least like once a day, but I'm not. Like I feel like I suck at Arena, and it's so embarrassing as a content creator, as someone with $800 in the game, with reasonable units, and I keep on missing like just by a freaking hair the 2 turn stuff. And so instead, I just go for 3-0s, and then that's kind of just boring, right? There's no variance in the way you play the game. You can't really try to do a cool strategy like poison or like actually turtling with cover and stuff like that. So the difference between autoing on 90 or on 60 point and try harding with all the time is like probably saving me 30 to 40 minutes a day. And then I also get the same rewards but probably at like 75% the rate.
Exactly. Yeah, true. And also, it's funny because like you have like $800. I probably have closer to 1,000 right now. Like we would have we'd have more value if we would have spent all that money on like 2 banners, right? If you just gotten 2 F units fully awakened, all of us would have stronger Arena accounts at the very least. We might have less fun accounts potentially. You know, like you have less units overall, but we would all be probably top 10 Arena if we just had one fully awakened Dragonlord True Form or whatever, Zoma especially. You know, $800 in a Zoma banner is probably enough to get you top in Arena just on its own.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to talk about that if you consider it whining, but yeah, it's a weird realization that I and I think a few other players have come to is that like mid-tier spending is not rewarded. In fact, it's detrimental. And the game, I think it's a bad thing for a gacha not to reward the one of everything mentality. They should want us summoning on every banner, you know, and it's
I'm with you.
It's useless for the most part.
If I would have spent all my money on Zoma, my account would be way better.
Yeah, and because you'd have the same amount of generic S's, right? You would only have, instead of having these banner units with no awakens, you'd have one banner unit with tons of awakens, and Zoma's like a monster and everything, right? All content, Zoma does great.
Although it's something I've come to realize. I talked about this on my little orb PSA tack on another video. We get really excited about the hero and villain units, and they are very good, but in reality, you only want maybe 2, 3, 4 of those. You know, I realized that with Sorrow coming out, it's like, crap, I need more 50-point units ranked up. I don't even know if I can go for Sorrow right away. So in the future banners with non-hero and boss units, I think you need to realize that they're a lot more valuable because they cost 30% less, weight points.
Which is huge for sure.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that makes the new dragon so dope.
The new dragon's 50, and he's basically Dragonlord True Form. Since I don't have True Form, I don't know damage to damage at level 110 on the breath at the same level. But like my guy is hitting for like almost 600 on his Sizz breath when it's brilliant. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, that's gotta be around where Dragonlord's at with his breath attack.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and
it's there. And then a lot of people tell me I'm silly for discounting his like tailspin attack, but I mean, for me, he's all about the breath in Arena. I mean, maybe he's finishing things off with his tail, but yeah.
Like I have Boreal Serpent, so I don't really feel like I'm gonna gain that much from having that attack. I do feel like I gain a lot. Also, cool thing about the new dragon is his leadership ability is 20% physical dragon attack. So it makes the Boreal Serpent like a monster beyond a monster. He gets like, I was looking yesterday, he had like 650 attack or something because he had his proc to boost his own attack.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
I don't have a scroll on him. How do I not have a scroll on that guy? Like a B rank physical.
I put the Sizz one on mine. By the way, I just saw tonight, unless I was mistaken, the B scrolls in the shop, maybe they got updated with Kirill because I didn't buy any yet. Pretty sure we can buy 3 of all the scrolls.
All of them besides the Hellfire Slash, yeah. And I don't know why I want like 3 of these rank C abilities. But there are 3 available.
Just whale bait, like, yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, the B ones are only once. Okay, I wasn't looking, but yeah, the C ones are all 3. Okay, I made a mistake, but
did you guys?
Yeah, I have
finish
no idea
off
why.
Rengar by now?
Yeah, I finished him off like a week ago. Honestly, I went pretty hard.
Man, you went hard. Yeah, I was kind of surprised it took a long time.
Oh yeah,
I just did 4 on mine.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. That the final one is super hard. He moved his camera.
Oh, okay.
Just hit the button.
Right.
Sorry.
Don't ever do that again to me. I thought you left me just like my mother.
What about your father? I thought you were an orphan.
I don't have a clever
well,
response
I never
to
met my father, but my mother at least was there to leave me.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I'm in the same boat.
We're getting deep. I got dad issues. My mom's fine, so.
All right, well, let's just switch and talk to something we can all agree on. Why the monetization of this game sucks, and what they could do to fix it, more importantly. Or whatever we have next. I was just switching topic.
It's funny, like, I find the orb thing predatory, but, like, they're not people don't like when I use the term predatory. Gacha's predatory. That's how it is. They, like, they're not going around getting mid-tier spenders correctly. They need to bait people that would never spend into spending with sales and low entry barriers, or lower entry barriers, whatever you say it.
I'll do you one better. I think they're failing on all aspects of monetization, from low, medium to heavy. I don't think anyone in any of those categories is really having a good time. Low spenders get the best deal because free to play get the best deal because there's tons of free units if you're a day one player. So they're getting a great deal. But once you're a low spender, the only thing you have if you're going to be a low spender is the passport, and the passport is value, but like it's not sexy at all, right? Like you're buying the passport for the battle speed, and then you realize after you've played for a couple weeks, you're actually buying it for the gold. But like the experience is like okay, what do you get? You get 1 more experience, 1 more gold, and the battle speed. Battle speed shouldn't be on there anyway. It should be free. It just, hey buddy, it's just not.
You also don't realize how good the battle speed is until you don't have it anymore.
Yeah, it looks like slow motion already.
I've never not used it, so I don't know what it's like. I live in the ivory tower of privilege.
I'd say $5 is value for what you get for the battle pass. Even if they took out the battle speed, the gold is probably worth it. But it's not. It's like super not sexy, right? Like no one's like, oh yeah, I got the passport. Now I'm getting all these benefits. It's like, eh. And then mid-tier spenders, there's literally nothing. There's the tact cards, which no one likes because you can't store up enough. And it's not a weekly thing like it's supposed to be. It's like a Sunday for 3-hour thing. You know, when you do a battle road or something, then it's full. Then the heavy spenders have to spend $200 to get a stamp card. You know, and they don't even get their unit.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't think any aspect is done particularly well on the monetization side, but maybe, I don't know if it, because I'm not a gacha guy, like in general. I'm starting to become more of a gacha guy because of this game, but I don't know if this is common or if it's just Japan has a very different monetization style than what we'd be used to over here. But everything is either not attractive or overpriced, I feel like.
I think that there's less stigma in Japan and just a different gachas there. I from what I understand, they're all like super predatory. Like this is just normal. They have a lot less sales. Even Dokkan Battle, like the JP players usually get like some cool things that we didn't get because they're exactly the same. The game's about 6 months ahead. But like we'll have better sales on things, or like we'll have special like buy 3 get 1 free summons and things like that and extra tickets that the JP doesn't, but they'll get like extra currency. So it's actually better on global, but like I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, it's definitely a little different in Japan. Like, I don't think that like. I think their nerds are like more hardcore there. Like they're like proud when they spend like $1,000 on a game. I think. I don't know.
You know, it's true. Like, the culture here is different. Like, everyone, even if you admit how much you spend on Dragon Quest Tact, like you give it an exact number, you still say it semi-reluctantly. No one wears it as a badge of honor. No one's like, I spent $3,000.
We're
No.
all a little embarrassed in this stream.
Just
I think. Like,
just
yeah,
Alti.
I spent like $1,000.
Alti's
Just
the only
Alti.
one who's proud of what he spends, but also he's Chinese, so I mean it's
Yeah,
a different
and-
culture.
Like, I
Sorry,
guess
I
it's
don't
gotta be
speak
the
color
culture.
law, so.
But no, I'm
Oh,
equally
you're
as embarrassed
assuming
as anybody else.
you're assuming that he okay. Well, you know, I don't know.
Wait, did
If
you
you're
say?
born in China, you're Chinese, right?
Wait, what?
I'm just saying. He's just saying he's being racist. That's all. Typical Chase things.
Oh man.
Hey, gotta fill the
Chaos games at it again.
That's right.
hashtag canceled.
So in case no one knows, the reason we named this one Chaos Games was because when we had Nib on, he just kept on calling him Chaos Games, and I thought there was this new streamer that I'd never heard of, and I was Googling, looking for Chaos Games, could not find him. Lo and behold, he's talking about Chase, who was my first Dragon Quest friend. Like, you know what I mean? The first guy I started talking to in the community. So we go back about as far as you can go.
Yeah. And I'm 100% convinced Nib wasn't making a joke. He just thought his name was Chaos Games when he looked at it.
I think so too. I don't know if Nib knows how to make a joke.
How dare you?
I kind of think so.
You know, it's funny because
Everybody was upset when he was on my channel.
A lot of people think that about Nib, but he just made this sick, hilarious, like, troll tier list. So, I mean, like, that gives you a taste into who Nib actually is. But I think through text, you can't really understand who Nib is. Like, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he comes off serious for sure. Like, you thought he was gonna be like some stern teacher-esque person, but no, he is silly and stuff. It just I don't know. You know, it doesn't always shine through.
I think we both had Keyboard Warrior going in the Discord, and then like on video, we're like, "Hey man, what's up? How's it going, bud?"
I know, right? You guys are so
Let's
so
just talk
cordial.
about scrambled eggs.
I was waiting for it to get mean, and like the meanest thing like anyone said, I'm trying to think, was like, he's like, frankly, I think you might be kind of. Have you ever heard of the term fudding? And like that was it. Like that was like the worst thing that was said. Like it was polite.
Yeah, I didn't. It was funny. Like I actually rewatched the whole thing, and I'm like, oh, I disagree with him there or there, and I should have pointed it out. I also forgot to point out, like, it's a little bit mean, but I'm like, you got to remember that you're always looking through the eyes of a whale. So like when he says that we shouldn't whine about gold or orbs, it's like you have no idea. But anyway, I was enjoying the conversation so much that I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to listen. Although I interrupted a bit, probably doing it again tonight. Sorry.
No, it's fine if you do it here. And it was your own channel. But
Oh,
I
okay,
just want
thank
you to
you.
know, in a one-on-one situation, you interrupted a lot. But let's talk about gold, because I think we've worn out the orb talk, right? I made my little video on it. You made like 3. You and Nib went over the orb stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, people can pick their side. I don't think there's a right. You get what I'm saying? I think that's the issue that both you and Nib have. Like, neither of you guys are right. It's just that's your perspective from your particular player base. But with gold, I think there is a mathematically correct answer, and it's mine. Surprisingly, I don't. This is why I guess I get a 5 on the asshole scale on Nib's tier list. But I have 130,000 gold, and the only thing that gets me gold, like all the money I spend on the game just gets units, right? The gold is the $5 I spend a month, and then the fact that I do 6 refreshes every day, right? So a free-to-play player, we've done the math, can do 6 refreshes every day and still have extra orbs left over. Extra gems. Not as many as they would like. So you can have equally as much gold as I've gotten in the game for just paying $5 a month. And the reason I have gold is because I don't really upgrade armor and weapons that hard, because I think it's stupid that it costs money. So I'm always on board with you guys. It shouldn't cost money. It's stupid that it costs money. I'll roll each weapon like 3 or 4 times and I give up. I'm like, whatever, that's what I have now. So your guys' turn. Let's talk about gold.
Absolutely. I want to say one thing really quick. When I was pretending to be Nibs and I was talking like this, that's my voice for everybody. I wasn't bashing Nibs. I did it for Laliet. I just did it for you last week, Laliet, and you were like, "Why was that my voice?" It's because that's everyone's voice to me. All right, at least that's what I'm trying to say. Also, final thing about the orb. I'm not going to talk about the orbs unless they don't come out with another free orb in the shop at refresh. They didn't do it yet.
Fucking doom and gloom.
There's only been one orb for free so far. If they don't have a second one, then I'll make
3. They had all the orbs we asked for.
No, there's only been one in the store.
What? No, well, not in the store. I'm just saying there's been 3 this month.
What? Okay, what 3?
He means the coin shop. He means the metal shop.
There's been one from Sorrow's Peak, which is the whale one, and then there was one in the event shop.
He thinks you're talking about the Pay Gem shop.
Oh no, I was talking about the other one.
What's the other one that we got?
Who's on first?
Login bonus, right? Day 11.
Okay, we did get one for a login bonus. Okay, I would still like to see 2 in the event, but I'll as long as we get a total of 3 in a 30-day period.
I wanted to see 2 in the event too. I'm not going to play with you. I thought the shop refresh would have it. Will there be a 3rd shop refresh? Right? There will be one with Sorrow.
There's got to be if they're going to add tickets for his poll.
That's right.
No, there will be, but they're not going to add an orb.
We need an orb.
No.
We need.
I think we need an orb, and I don't think they'll add it. And I think that they also need to add irises if they're going to require us to use 20. Like for 1B, 1A, and 1S is 20 irises, where it used to cost 6.
Listen,
so that's over triple.
Irises are my real issue in this game. All right.
Yeah.
I have no damn irises. I want to farm up. I got the archer off my free tickets, right? And I already farmed up, like maxed out the crappy fat dragon, and I want to max their level out to level 100 while we have the battle road, and I can't do it because I'm short like 15 freaking stones.
All right, I just want to say, okay, I know it sucks that I need 8 irises and an orb to go to S6 on a unit, but needing one iris to rank up a B unit is just kicking me in the balls, man. Like, why do I need it for a B unit? They're already not going to be used other than in this free-to-play content I'm trying to make. Why you just sucking my irises, bro?
Just making my irises, dude.
Did you already cash in your gold and silver and Mendini medals? Don't forget those if you don't care about the A rank meeting tickets.
I'm trying to refuse doing that for as long as I can until I'm impatient. I'm like, I fucking want. I need 8 more. I'm not gonna spend 6,000 energy to get them.
Yeah, all right. I spend my silver on Iris, and then the gold I'm like 4 away from a meeting spot. Yeah.
I use mine on the meeting spot to get Boreal Serpent up to full awaken.
I'm very tempted to use my last use fragments on the last Boreal Serpent Awakening, but it's like I know that I'm gonna get another copy in the 6 month because he's gonna be on that banner, and we're gonna do like 200 pulls on it. So
for sure. I mean, like at the end of the day, we could all bitch about certain things, but we're all gonna drop fat stacks on that banner probably, right?
Listen, we need to be bitching about gold. I tried to get us. We're on the gold now.
We're on gold. We're on gold. It was my fault.
All right. So, as the guest here, as the brought in expert, let me give my opinion. I know you guys are dying for it. I don't give a shit about gold. It's been the same since day one. It is needed now more, but like, you know, comparing it to like orbs or irises, like, well, it's only just worse than before, but it still feels exactly the same. Like, we're still waiting for reset for more gold for the most part every day, unless I don't know, you're like Laliet and probably going into arena with +7 abilities or whatever.
Yeah, I have like +10 abilities, and I still can't win, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's weird that gold is just strictly worse than it was before, because we do get 0 more, and we do get we have more increased costs from the ranking up, but no one really cares. Like, it is something that sucks, but like honestly, my only problem with gold is the weapons and the equipment. Like, I'm already spending either tact points, or hopefully not, but I mean, you know, I'm spending energy to grind them at a low rate already, and then when I finally get enough to do a 5 roll, then, you know, I only get like 1 or 2 of these A weapons at a time from the elemental thing. Then you got to spend it. Then I get 100 slime daggers or whatever during an event. Like, I'm going to spend 20,000 gold re-rolling a shit weapon. Like, no. And even good weapons. It's like, it's still like, once you get like 2 gold and a silver, you're like, that's good enough. You know?
Just 2 gold. That's my rule. So I roll till I have 2 gold. It usually takes about 5, maybe 6 rolls.
I would like to see a new stage in both the experience and the gold dailies. I think it's if once they rank it up, like we've all ranked up now, we all have more cost, experience desires, and gold desires. I think they should just add it to the dailies.
All right.
We're about 5 months away from that, and they did it in JP. They added another daily stage, but even that, it's like, how much more is it? Like, okay, now it's like 6,000. That's a hell of a lot better than we have now, but it's still like a drop in the bucket. And that's in a meta with rank 7 out, so
Listen,
that's
you're a drop in the bucket. I'm
yeah.
going full of all right? How are you guys wasting all your gold resources? What are you guys spending it on? You guys running down to the store and buying yourself a pink little dress? Where's your gold going? I don't get it. Like, all my abilities on my 8 usable arena units are +8 to +10, right? All my armors have 2 gold. I'm top of the CP leaderboard. I'm like number 36 or something because I've ranked up everybody that you can rank up without irises. Now I'll bitch about the irises all day because I have gold to rank up things. Just need the damn irises. Are you guys farming that hard on alchemy, man? I know where.
No,
actually, let me reframe this. I know where Plat's gold has gone. It's gone towards units that are free to play, having like +8, +9 skills.
You're absolutely correct. That's it. Ranking up skills for 1,000 different units.
Yeah, and that's the lower rank monster. I think it just goes only by ability tier and the level that you're trying to advance to. But like B and C and D ranks really need to have lower ability upgrade costs. Like, it's just tying in some kind of limited currency is one thing, but like it's really ridiculous.
I will give you, I did not feel good when I dropped like 100k to rank up all of my EF, what is it? It's CEF units, right? To R6 or 8, whatever it is. That felt bad.
Not to mention, like, on top of that insane gold cost, you've also spent a couple thousand probably energy getting the books in the first place already.
What books?
Yeah.
So to get the tomes is like really hard to get.
Yeah, the tomes and equipment are stamina intense enough, which does have value in this game. It's directly related to gem value, so having to put gold on top of it, which you do get more passive gold when you spend more stamina, but to what you get daily and through missions and whatnot, like it's not insignificant, but it's like the idea of doing more stamina refreshes for more gold is asinine.
Yeah, I don't recommend doing stamina refreshes for that. Like, you get, because there's like, if you're going to a stage specifically because it has a really good gold per stamina rate, you're still getting like 5 or 6 gold per stamina, if that, or something. It's just not. It's not value. You get gold from stages as a side effect of going for whatever you're actually going for, which is grinding out a unit or getting tomes, or hopefully you're not just farming equipment all day, because that's kind of like probably not best.
Little farm thing. Somebody pointed this out to me last night. Do you guys realize 18-1 has a chance for recurring metal slimes?
Yeah.
I don't know how that works with auto.
And the D rank food dog is recruitable there, which I think if you need to use a D rank, I think he can be good. You'll have to put a scroll on him, but he's got a 1-turn double attack boost move, and his stats are good for a D rank. So,
is it 2 stages of attack boost, or is it a double attack?
Sorry, he's got a greatly raises attack for 1 turn move.
Okay, so I think that's 50% total. Still, it's like really, really good.
No, attack boosts are 15%.
Are the attack boosts are only 15? Okay. Because I know I was gonna say War Bellow on Ragnar is really good, also.
Oh yeah,
2 turns.
Just speaking of buffs, by the way, I don't know, are defense buffs 15 or 25? I think defense boosts are 25, because defense debuffs are 25.
One of them was higher. I don't remember which one. One of them was 25%, and one of them was 15. Yeah. I just don't remember which one was which.
I think debuffs are 15 because it's more effective value, from what Pac Demon was telling me on our stream on Sunday.
Okay. Well, anyway, sneak peek of my next unit review, the Scorpion, which now Platt's going to do tonight because he steals all my good ideas.
I don't have it. I'm doing a unit review for a different unit. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. Which one? I'll do that first.
The Halberdsaurus.
The Scorpion, his first awakening perk, which by the way, a lot of the banner units, their first awakening perk is like 10% extra potency, which is fine. His is a rare chance to greatly buff defense, so 2 stages, defense boot buff for 4 turns.
That's on
a cover tank, man.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
And he heals himself at the start of the stage, right? Like when the battle starts, he gets renewed or whatever.
Or 2 times?
No, he's got a martial that remid heal move on the new unicorn, the one that sucks. He's got that as a self ability that's martial.
Right, but he also has an ability that heals him for the first X amount of turns. I think it's 2 or 3.
I think it's 3 turns, but you don't get the first turn because he's at full HP.
It's a move. It's a remid heal move.
Listen,
so
chat,
you can use it like
I'm calling on you. Settle this. Somebody look at the unit. I think it's an awakening perk. I don't think it's like initial.
I literally made a video about him like 3 hours ago, and then I decided I wasn't happy with it, so I just scrapped it, and I was running late for dinner. So,
all right, he has the rare buff up. Guy's Blessing regenerates for 3 turns. Yeah, I don't see anything. I thought he started. It was one of those passive abilities, like starts with healing for 3 turns. I swear.
Look under the perk tab. Is there anything there?
I didn't see anything.
All right.
Yeah, you're just mistaking it for his Gaia's Blessing move.
I'm just saying what somebody else told me.
Turn 1.
Which is how I get all my information, so it's not ever viable.
So yeah, if you guys manage to get the Scorpion, I think he's one of the best banner units. I think a couple of the very hard modes were a bit easier with him in than. If you started day 1, I know I had enough nature fragments. The competition he has for fragments is Hybrid or Squidzilla, but I think literally you'll probably max awaken them through scouts before we get to 100 nature fragments.
Is he only 30 fragments?
Yeah, 30 fragments for an A copy.
Oh, that's sick. I've never used 30 on an A unit, but yeah, I think I have him at 0 awakens, and you might have just convinced me to use 30 nature fragments.
It's either hybrid or Squidzilla, and literally for players like you and I especially, you're going to get more copies of them through the scouts before we get to 100 nature summons. Because if you don't know your question mark, your master medals, you need to save those for like question mark or hero units, like banner units, like real things, not anything in the general less pool.
I use them for slimes, and I'm looking forward to doing it again.
I did the same thing for Lionheart. I kind of regret it because I never use
Lionheart for PvP anymore because Queen Slime and Boreal Serpent just kind of do the job better. But
I don't have either of those.
Yeah.
But I still don't use my Lionheart.
My arena content is helpful.
With the A thing, I would love to use my Lionheart in arena, but not only do I not have orbs, even for future orbs, it's like, well, I have White King. He's double orbed, so that's my wish unit. So.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need you would rather have type coverage.
Yeah. Tell me how crazy I am. I was talking about this with my buddy Drew. I wonder if Nightclubber could be good on some arena teams with his crazy defense and his non-elemental cone AoE attack. His Ultra Stomp. It might be only dealing like 300 or 400 damage, but if you're against an all-physical team, his defense is like 600. Like, it's crazy defense.
I've said it before. The best thing about Nightclubber is that he makes Tiger Cub and Hellion better. It's 20% like attack buff, right? Like,
yeah,
Hellion doing 20% more damage is. I mean, if Hellion isn't quite one-shotting things, then that'll definitely make sure that he does, which is huge. And Tiger Cub can already one-shot things that are demons. I do bring one into my arena team right now, I think, just because I'm using an extra. I don't know. The way my team's set up, I think I needed to bring something lighter weight. Right. Tiger Cub can still one-shot.
Real quick, I have to run the restroom, but before I go, thank you, Oinkmints, for your Tier 1 subscription. I believe that's not even a Prime subscription, so this man actually paid $5 to subscribe. Greatly appreciated. All right, now these two men are going to go back at it.
And to think he could have just gone to Patreon and supported us there, but it's fine through Twitch too, I guess.
That's true. Actually,
thank you so much.
If you're gonna spend $5, you're probably not to shit talk Oinkmints. I really appreciate it. but if you give us $5, that would get us a third of the way to being on Spotify. But
where should they go for Patreon? What's it called again?
We don't know.
It's called it's patreon.com/DQT podcast. DragonQuest.com/Patreon.
Dude, I'm so excited. I got my 3rd patron today.
You got your 3rd? Yeah, it was me.
Huh?
It was me.
Are you Cameron?
Yes, I'm Cameron.
Your name's Cameron?
Yes. That's me. I was like, I don't know if he's memeing on me. I don't know if he's like.
I don't know if your name's Cameron, dude.
That's the 2nd time you brought it up. Well, I did it from my main account. I was like, I'm the patron. That's why didn't I message you on? No, maybe I didn't.
No, I'm like, is there a username that you go by, or?
No, I assumed that you just knew it was me. Let me log into my actual Patreon. Let's go.
Oh.
I have to put in my factor code.
It's, you know what, you've been streaming so long and you do so many streams and stuff, you probably drop your name every so often, and you're like, oh, people that watch me all the time know my name by now, because I've dropped mine once or twice. I don't think most people know my name.
You're right. If you go to my creator account, it's per platypus. If you go to my patron account, where I'm a patron to other people, they're both in the same like login. It says Cameron.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thank you, Platt. Now I got to go to your now I go to the podcast, and
I was like, this guy's flexing on me. He's flexing that he's not my patron, but I'm his patron. That's what I thought this whole time.
Sorry, I was just trying to give you shit for not remembering your Patreon page.
No, I got it. I found it. Lolly, it's back.
Hello. All right. So listen, time flies when we're having fun, but we only have like 21 minutes left because we didn't start really on time. We're the worst at that. Wait, no, I'm bad at math. All right, we still have like 50 minutes left. But since I'm segueing, let's give Chase the floor. What does Chase want to talk about?
Pokemon cards and Dokkan Battle.
Vetoed.
You know what? I'll talk about Dokkan cards or Pokemon battles.
Oh my god, you even know? I'm like, you don't even understand, bro. All right, let me ask you guys questions. What's your favorite Power Ranger? Has to be from the first season, and it has to be one of Tommy's. So.
I was gonna say, you can't say the White Ranger, you freaking racist.
That's the second, yeah.
Dude, I always liked the off-color Ranger, like the black, the green, whoever the special Ranger was. That was my guy.
I like Zornon. What's that guy's name? What's the giant pickle head?
Bryan Cranston.
No, that's not the guy.
Zordon.
Zordon.
What's a Zordon?
Played Zordon in the.
Is he an alien? What's the lore of that guy?
He's like in ether or another dimension or something. It was never. He was just always stupid.
He was just there. He's like, I summon you guys. Here's cool robots.
Yeah. I like how they just always like had more powerful robots lying in store. Like, hey, you guys just got your butts kicked. Like, you want these other Zords? Let's give those a shot.
And not only that, like, what kind of like I understand the robots were designed to go together, which they should probably just be in it all the time, obviously. But like, how do they all end up in the same room? They're in cockpits, and then the seat is now they're all in one like Starship Enterprise style room.
That's
and they just do this.
That's what leaves you wondering with the giant fighting robots. How do they get in the same cockpit?
It does now. As a kid, I didn't even think about it, but now I'm like, now I watched the only Power Rangers I've seen is the one with the ooze or whatever, the movie.
Oh, dude, that movie was dope.
I just remember the Gargoyle guy's like, "Oh, you think the pink one's hot too, huh?" And I was like, "Oh, this is weird."
This is why we've now limited the podcast to an hour and a half, because like there isn't an hour and a half worth of DQT content to talk about.
That's not true. The event store had a huge update. We got 10 new silver experience scrolls in it, bro. Come on.
Disrespect.
That's hype.
Oh, actually, that's a topic I've been thinking about a little bit lately. And I know everybody here loves when I talk about Dokkan Battle, my favorite gacha, the only one I ever played before this. Dude, there's always something exciting coming out in that game, like speculation or a leak or something. Like, I think Malcolm needs to start having like fake leaks for Dragon Quest Tact. Although it's funny, people don't get as excited about stuff that just came out in Japan as they did in Dokkan, though. Like, some people are, like, a lot of people are excited, but like, I feel like the excitement for Japanese units coming is only mild in this one. I don't know.
I mean, I'm the opposite. I hate when I find out about stuff coming out when it's like, oh, they got this brand new skill tree feature. I'm like, cool. I look forward to it in 7 months or 3 months. I don't know, whenever we get it.
Right.
Like, I want it
What
now.
about a leak for like a week or two away though?
Like
That
a
would be
week
more
away or
exciting,
something. That's
yeah.
cool. That's cool because it's like,
Yeah.
dude, we're getting ready. Let's do it. But like months in the future, I'm like, that's like a fucking. The game's only been out for a couple months. It's like a fantasy still. If who knows if we'll even make it that long. All right,
yo,
servers going.
you
down.
doom and gloomers, all right, knock it off.
Nobody likes that plat. Believe me.
I was gonna say Chase has felt the heat, all right, because when people spend a lot of money on a game and there's any verbal repercussion that it might blow up, then we're gonna flame the fuck out of you, man. Like I can't afford to lose my $800.
That's why I was salty. I was like, shit, I spent too much money on this game, and the player numbers are a little bit low. Obviously, I don't know what they're supposed to be for games like this. Like I said, maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe DQT needs to make like 50,000 a month and they're fine, or maybe they're fine with it. Maybe it's just a fucking tax write-off for them.
They're making a lot
and
of
they
money.
consider it global advertising.
Stop with the 50K. They're making like $1 million a month between both like thing. Well, not making, but you know what I mean, grossing. And
like half that, but
it's pretty cheap to run the servers, and there's like a 5-man team and all of the work has been done, all the models, everything. They're just doing like translations. So like I said, they could run this game for $1 million a year so easy, like 500K a year probably.
Like,
yeah, it could be, yeah.
You know it's a small team because King Bubble Slime still says he does frizz damage since the day he came out. I just checked yesterday because I keep seeing these updates of fixing translation errors. I'm like, it still says he does frizz damage, which is a lie. He does not. It's typeless.
It's not actually a lie. They're going to buff him in the future by giving him frizz damage.
And here's what's crazy is there's another banner. I think it's on Kirill or something where it's like, I gotta find it. It's like they have the whole text box, and then at the very last word, for no reason, it's just the word frizz. It's just like there, and I'm like, why? Let's take a look. See if I can find it. I saw something exactly. Yeah. Go to Bobkin Archer or go to Kirill. If you go to the very bottom, they're super weak against blind or paralysis frizz.
It says Sizz.
Oh, by the way, I was voted #1, I guess.
Paralysis frizz.
Being the actually guy in the community. So I feel like it's a good time for me to say that actually the typo is Sizz on King Bubble Slime, not frizz.
Thank you.
Damage for platypus.
But here's the chat. Go to this. Did you look at the status ailment resistances of Bobkin Archer and Kirill?
No, I had no interest.
It's fine. The point is, it says he's super weak against martial lock and paralysis frizz.
Yeah. Well, when paralysis also has frizz, he's twice as weak.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just like, why? What is it with Sizz and frizz just showing up? They're just putting that word in places. There's like, boop. There's got to be something that is causing it to show up in the translation.
I mean, it's just a little mistake. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal, but I'm saying like it's weird that it showed up multiple times. Like it's just like I see the mistake once or like twice every now and then, but it's on 2 different units on the same banner, same mistake in the same situation. So that's like a copy pasta thing or something.
Well, I agree. I think it's definitely a copy pasta thing. So Chase, what is the next thing happening after Sorrow? So like, you look ahead.
That is something that I think is really fun to speculate about. And another, like, one of the few times that, like, I was saying Malcolm could, like, leak something, it's Summerfest, which it does not, I mean, it's probably not, it's not going to be Dragon Quest V. I don't know why they wouldn't announce Dragon Quest V for July. It's just new Dragon Quest event on the roadmap, which, the more we look back at the roadmap, it's a little bit disappointing. It didn't really, Summerfest was the only interesting thing it gave us, and that's only the name of an event. I have no idea. I don't know. Malcolm was in the Discord today asking what people would think about getting holiday units, like, not on their holiday.
Yeah, we would love it.
Yeah, we'd all be fine with it. Like, we'd laugh, but, like, we understand that in this game, like, oh, these units are important and we need them, and it's a Japanese game that's 6 months ahead. Like, it's cool, fine.
Yeah, and Kage honestly has Halloween every day on his stream.
Exactly. Yeah. See, proof.
I don't know. I really think that the game needs something hype right now, but again, that's back to doom and gloom. I don't know. Maybe the numbers are just fine. Maybe they're not going to go back up, and it would have to be with a changing the pricing model, obviously, but I think it needs a hyped event that they spend a little extra money advertising, and it probably he's not even my favorite character, but like the one that pops up all the time. I think we need Summerfest with Sylvando.
We need
I think we need like a Dragon Quest 11 or 8 thing.
Yeah, those are the two big
people come into the game right now. Like a few people have been joining my Discord and my YouTube videos and stuff, and I'm like, hey, I just got the game this week, things like that. So new people are coming into the game. I think that the humans helped because they're the first thing to ask is about Ragnar or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully adding more waifus and stuff will get some people, but like
we need a waifu,
which I remember you hate. Yeah,
like they have an incredible launch video. Like if you've seen it, like showing Dragon Quest Tact and the thing comes in, the grid appears, and Dragon Lord's doing cool attacks and stuff. It's awesome, but it's like it's not pushed out to anyone. And like we need more, just like shit like that. Just like I don't know. You don't have to do a lot. You don't got to be Raid Shadow Legends about it or AFK Arena, but like. I should have seen more about whatever Suzuki Demon Waifu Wet for You code, on Twitter feeds and shit.
Yes.
Like,
also, they now use that video for like every intro. Every video they do on their Twitter now starts with that 2-minute clip now, though.
I know.
Which is cool. I love that video.
It's why I downloaded the game was because I liked that video, and it's like it shows like that's how you get. Just get some advertising out there and then combine it with some of these cool new human units that people want, unfortunately, and then back it up with good monetization. And suddenly this game will be in a different spot 6 months from now. But I feel like I think the game's fine where it's at. I think it's going to be fine 6 months from now and fine a year from now, honestly. Yes. But that doesn't mean it's living up to its potential.
All right. Give me a soapbox real quick. All right. So like advertising. They've been advertising on my VPN and on someone else's auto clicker, okay? Non-stop. All right? Every single ad scene happens to be Dragon Quest. So there's something wrong with their targeting, but there's a ton of them, and they're just banners, right? It's nothing like fancy. It's just banner, and it's, click, and it pulls up the DQT. A couple things they could do, right? How about we want leaks, right? Why don't we put our leaks out through our content creators? Have Platt do a little leak of the next character coming out, even though everyone knows it's Sorrow, right? Who cares? Like, give him an official, like, a little notice thing. Give him a little video that they post on the Twitter so he can release it before everybody else sees it. I don't know. Give him something. And why couldn't we get creator codes, right? And then it gives people who use them something for free. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if you played Disgaea at all, but Disgaea had a creator code for anyone that asked that had a YouTube channel. There were, last time I played Disgaea, there were over 30 creator codes over the course of like 10 days. Like anyone that asked, they would just make a creator code for it, and everyone got free gold, free gems, or whatever that used it.
Oh, wow.
And so like it was like the most generous creator code program I've definitely seen so far. And I was like, I didn't even know that was, I didn't even consider that as as a thing that could happen. Because I'm just used to Tact, and Tact is, I mean, the only bad thing about Tact really is that it's a Japanese game with a very tiny team, and like the only mouthpiece we have is Malcolm, and he's not really in a position to do anything. He's more in a position to tell them what we want, and then him to be like, okay, when they say no,
Can I, that points me to another thing. If it's okay to, it's slightly off topic, and it's about chat. It's the model of the game inherently discourages. They may not realize it at first, but it's bad for new players. And if you left for a month, like if one of you guys left for a month or two, then coming back, you would be so discouraged. You're like, I kind of feel like playing Tact again, but I missed out on 2 events, 2 months of orbs, 2 months of everything. I'm behind on everything. I'm going to miss vital event units. Unless you skip Dragon Quest IV, then you're missing only orbs. This is the first time that all the units were worthless.
Ragnar's good, but yeah, that's basically it.
Chase, you're a genius. All right, let me just start with that.
It's going to the, like I pointed out before, like I'd rather use like if I do a guide, which is rare. If I do a guide, it's for something that's dirt easy. It's smarter to use general pool A ranks and soon maybe even S ranks than King Bubble Slime. I would love to see the numbers on the percentage of the community that has a King Bubble Slime right now.
It's getting lower. It's getting lower, which obviously because it's not obtainable anymore. But like a week after Dragon Quest 1, people were like, you can't say this fully awakened great green dragon is free to play because I don't have them, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, all right, I'll use them less in my content. I'm kind of over that now. Now I'm just kind of like, now the game's long enough. If you've been playing since day one, I'm like, you'll have a stronger variant of a different unit you could use, like replace this with an S unit that I don't know that everyone has.
I had a problem with your fucking green dragon from day one because you went ahead and gave Inferno +10. You asshole.
I literally don't remember doing that.
Let's go over that. What a waste of gold. That's where his gold went.
It's been that way literally since before the Dragon Quest 1 event ended, because I did it in my first Dragon Lord True Form video. He already was at +10. I don't remember doing it.
Platt got his money worth out of Inferno +10. Yeah.
It's a pretty good ability. I mean, it's no Halberd Saurus.
True. So let's talk about taking a month away from the game, right? Which I would never do. If you guys ever see me gone for more than a week, I'm gone forever. All right? Because
like I said, you'd know that you can't come back.
Right. Well, a lot of games, all right, and as much as you talk about Dokkan, I talk about Dragon Ball Legends, right? Which is just a better Dokkan. It's like they took the same kind of model and then they just made it a fighting game opposed to like an RPG, right? Which just appealed more to me personally. But anyway, so
it's awesome, and you can just lose if you don't get the new banner unit every other week.
But you actually get to play the game, right? It is a fighting game, so that's the important thing to me. So, Wiz took some time off, right? And if I had to guess, probably 3 or 4 weeks, right? He still played enough where he had all of the units that you could farm, but not max farmed. And then he came back and he's been playing steadily ever since he came back he came back whenever Elena dropped, right? And me and him are neck and neck. So he's in like the top 40 CP, but that guy was number 1 forever. So you're telling me 3 to 4 weeks of casual / not really playing, and you go from overwhelmingly number 1 to barely being able to compete for number 40.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can't make it back up, right? Because that stuff's gone forever. It's the FOMO like aspect.
Yeah, the units are gone, and then the stamina is so important in this game. Can I? Sorry to take the floor again, but I mean, everyone is here for me, obviously. We see it as a positive that there's always something to do, and it feels like something that you need to do in this game, and that's really cool for like a month or two. I think the events are actually too intense. It's going to lead to burnout. I mean, I think we're all kind of fading in and out of burnout right now, aren't we? The three of us. I mean,
I'm burnt out.
We pretty much said it flat out. Like
I was burnt out, and now I'm not as burnt out as I was.
It comes and goes.
Right when the new rank thing came out, I was like, fuck, this is just too much shit. It's like they just put a big old to-do list that was like bigger than any to-do list that I had, and they got it all at once instead of being, like if they would have released rank 6 for like F and D units or something, or like stagger the release, like that would have been kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like it would have been like, oh cool, I could maybe use these units where I couldn't, but everything all at once was just, so I burnt out there. But honestly, the new event had Sorrow's Peak, and it had Battle Road 8s, and that's just the kind of shit I love.
You're so crazy. I can't believe you enjoy that shit, but I'm so happy you do. I hated Sorrow's Peak. I'm getting close. I'm working on copying your team right now for Barbados. I think Barbados is probably the biggest gatekeeper because Prustless seems the worst. Like Prustless had me raging, but then you watch a guide and it's like, oh, okay, that's fine. I just need to learn what to do like turn 1 and 2, and then
you gotta sacrifice Slime Shady.
No, I didn't even go that much. I actually stole it right off Alti and Loliet. You can if you line them all up evenly, they'll do just enough to not kill 3 units on one side, and then they will never take another hit again. You can hide them behind the wall.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
although the sacrifice strat, I think you need that for no healing though. So yeah.
All right. I would like to make 2 points. So the first was my point about the other game, Dragon Ball Legends. So the thing that they do is in most of these games is if you take a couple weeks, maybe a month off, when you come back, they give you a crazy amount of like stuff for your first like 7 or 14 login days, and it's called a return banner. I think we need to implement something like that, right? Where people who took some time off and come back, they can catch up a little faster. I don't care. All right. At this point, if somebody can get into like the top 500 like, even if they could, right? Even if this was enough to get them in the top 500 of the rankings, I'd be all for it, because I just want people to play the game. I want people to have fun. And you know what's fun? Getting lots and lots of resources. And they've already missed out on a lot of stuff. We can't get them back a King Bubble Slime or other things they've missed. The least you can do is give them a crap ton of gold, give them, some free pulls with some gems and stuff, or tickets. I want to see something like that.
I am worried that even in Japan, no event has returned yet. With a slight exception of apparently the Dragon Fest had Green Dragon back again. I don't know if it was the original event. It was probably just a stage that dropped Green Dragon, but I find that worrying. Like, you still, like, King Bubble Slime is still, he's so important in the meta right now. Even if you have Hell Gladiator, like, Prusla is like, yeah, don't worry about Hell Gladiator. I don't care if you've got him like A6, S6 and fully awakened. Like, King Bubble Slime's abilities are just better in range. Do you need that? So,
I disagree a little bit with that.
I mean, we need some, like, what I care about most in this game is kind of what I cared about day one, but it's slightly, like, I always say that I wanted to make content so everyone can clear the content because I want people to keep playing the game. But, like, it's really just about maintaining and having a good player base, right? We want as many players as possible in the game, because that just makes everything better all around. And so having things like return there's right now, like, yeah, when you leave and you're gone for a week and you come back, you see a new event started, you're already a couple days behind on it. Maybe you missed an orb or something on the last event. Like, it just, like, it piles up so quick of the stuff you missed that it feels bad, right? And it's easier to just be like, that's fine. Like, that's what I did with Disgaea. Like, I missed like 4 days, and I did that with Genshin too. I missed like 4 days because I was off in Texas. I couldn't play on my PC, and it was annoying to play on the phone. And then I was like, it breaks the spell, and then I don't get a bunch of extra stuff for coming back, so I'm just like, whatever, I'll play Magic the Gathering instead.
How's the new set in that? I've been a little tempted to play Magic, especially since I can do it on my phone again.
I would love to play Magic with you. I love Magic the Gathering, and the new set is very fun. It's not super powerful because Eldraine is still around, and Eldraine is a fuck the meta set. But
oh yeah,
as long as you don't just stack a deck with Eldraine, then it's very fun.
Is Adventure still meta?
Yeah, basically every deck that it runs anything. I know this is off topic, but really quickly, yeah, basically if it's a deck that runs green or blue, you're running 12 to 16 Adventure, like, core cards, and then you have your deck on top of it because it's just too powerful, too much value, too much power.
Yeah, I had really fun. It was like 2 years ago now. Golgari, when we still had what was the dinosaur set with the vampires? They were still in.
I fucking love that's Ixalan.
There was a Golgari Journey card. It was like Journey to Exile, I think. That would turn into a land. And for 5 mana, you could bring your yeah.
I know, I love it. It's 1 black, 1 green enchantment, and then I think it gives a creature like +2/+1 or something like that. And then maybe it wouldn't do that, but it's when the creature dies, it returns to the battlefield, and then it turns into a land that reanimates.
Yes. Yeah,
that's one of my favorite fucking cards.
It just gave the monster reanimate, that's all. And yeah, you needed to, like, it was really, like, you could laugh, like, when you were going against somebody that didn't know better, they'd go ahead and kill it. It's like, you just gave me exactly what I wanted, bro. Thank you. I'm just going to keep bringing this, like, I don't remember the name of the unit. It's something that would, like, bring a bunch of tokens out for as many creatures you had in your graveyard. It was so fun. I loved it. Anything with a graveyard in Magic is usually fun.
All right, I'm casting my rod, and I'm reeling you guys back in. All right,
so you should play Magic too, Laliet. We'll all play. It'll be fun.
I'm a previous main state champion in Magic, but anyway, we only have like 7 people that even live here, so it's not important. But
it was me in college. Yeah.
I'm just really talented at card games. I'm actually number 6 out of 2,000 right now in a poker match. Well, I mean, there's only 81 people left or whatever. But anyway, so I also wanted to talk about why I've stopped spending money is because of the same thing. You know how you guys said that you lose out when you stop playing? Well, people will stop playing here and there just because life will get busy, right? Or they'll, get bored or something of the sort. And I keep on climbing the leaderboards even though I'm not paying anymore because people are slipping up, missing a week here or a couple days there, missing a couple units. And I figure if I just keep that kind of momentum up, then eventually I'm going to be a top 20 player like 6 months from now. even though I've only spent $800 because I'm such a grinder and I've stayed on top of everything.
Yeah, people forget. People don't just leave because they get pissed at the game. People just like, life happens. Like who knows what happened with Jax again? Like and who knows if he actually left or not. But point is, like, shit comes up and just causes you to leave. And if there's not a good way to recoup that loss, unless you're heavily invested with money, like you're probably like if you're only semi-invested, like you're $20 into the game, and then suddenly you feel like that you've thrown that away because you can't keep up or can't complete an event because you missed a week or two, you're just gonna like bounce, or you go to the next gotcha that's coming out where you're not behind everybody else.
And I think a lot of people who spend a lot of money, they're also not really into grinding, because one of the reasons they like to spend money is because it shortens time on things, right? It gets you everything. So I think a lot of these whales, like I haven't heard from Anon in a while. Is he still kind of in the Discord and whaling out?
I don't. I'm actually not that plugged into the community directly. I kind of got my like own sub community going, and so that I'm usually have my ear to the ground with.
I prefer your Discord, Plat. I can't take the main Discord. I don't generally like the tone there, and yeah, plus it's just too much going on. Like I can read all of the Plat chat in like 10 minutes, I feel sorry for Malcolm because he mentions that like when he starts his day, he needs to scroll through the Discord chat to see what the heck people were talking about. And I'm like, I do not envy you. Does anybody else stalk Malcolm on Discord though, and like search for his username and like read through his text for the day?
No,
it's like how I keep up with Malcolm.
I have not paid attention. The only contact I have with Malcolm is once a week or every other week. I'll be like, hey, like today I was like, hey, the podcast tonight's gonna have Chase, so we're probably gonna complain about the game a little bit. We'll probably say things we like about it, but we'll probably point out things that we don't like about it as well. So you might want to watch that one. But
he watched my discussion with Nib and then messaged me after, and it made me feel a lot better. First of all, I am just a baby that wanted to be heard too. But it was really reassuring to know that he actually does realize and care about the things. It does get annoying when Malcolm can't be like, a teenager like us, and they're like, oh my god, this is fucked up, and like this is bad and this is bad, we gotta fix this shit, and that dude's cheating. He can't be that. Like he can't admit that people are cheating in Arena right now, and he can't talk too much about the game's issues or tell us what they're gonna do to change it. But like, he assured me like, dude, I'm definitely bringing this up to devs, and I agree with you that the pricing is bad for the most part. I don't remember how he phrased it, but yeah, I'm rooting for Malcolm because I honestly, he came in like at like 2 months. I feel like they were like, here's this pile of problems, like solve this. Like,
yeah, we need them to be able to yell into an echo chamber. You're that echo chamber.
Yeah.
And speaking of Discord, I wanted to shout out Kage's Discord is actually pretty enjoyable to be in. So
I just wish he would stop tagging at everyone and everything.
That is pretty annoying.
You can suppress it.
I've thought about leaving because of that. So just some feedback to Kage about that. Even though I'm enjoying the actual chat and being in the chat and stuff, because a lot of the people I enjoy from the regular chat are just in there, right? So it's cool to hang out with my friends other than Plat, but I'm also in Plat's, so it's all right. I'm in all the Discords now. I'm just a Discord junkie. But I do have something fun. So I have the community dipshit tier list that Nib made. It's not completed, but I thought it would be a good way to wrap up things today.
Honestly, I loved it. I was insulted that I was so low on the tier list.
You think you're a bigger dipshit?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I talk out my ass more than most people.
You're just a softie. No.
Actually, I think that list is horseshit, so that's actually how I feel about it.
Well, I think you're horseshit. Let's check it out. All right, and then you guys can pull
it's
it up.
It's a joke about the list. Sorry, I know it's going to go over some heads, so.
Listen, nothing can go over my head. I am an entire Joe Rogan tall. All right? My reflexes are too fat. Oh. All right. So Lava Pride Land is at the top. He's got the... Wait, I should go in from the bottom. Okay, sorry.
I don't even know.
Spoiler. So from the bottom, Alti is the lowest person rated. And I think this makes a lot of sense. Alti's like one of my favorite human beings. He's very holistic. He's number one. He doesn't really care. No one cares, right? 2.75 overall. So for asshole, he's a 2. Okay. For dumbass, he's a 3. For sophist, which I believe means that you think you know more than other people, he is a 1. And then for troll, he's a 5. How do you guys feel about those ratings?
I feel like this is definitely super fucking biased. There's no way Alti doesn't think he knows more than other people. He just doesn't spout it.
Listen, it only matters what you project to the world in like this tier list.
All right, let's just say Alti's not an asshole. I don't think he's dumb. Give him a 3 on dumbass is kind of high, honestly. And 5 on troll. Yeah, I mean he's pretty. I think the sophist. I don't even know exactly what that means, but I'd say that's probably a 5, and everything else is probably pretty good or maybe too high.
Wait, you think he's a sophist?
I don't know what that means, but I think he is.
It's where you go, actually, it's like this. All right, I'm a sophist.
Okay, well, you're definitely a 10 on that then. If it's someone saying actually...
Literally, the picture at the top shows the guy, the fat guy, it's like, actually. Yeah.
Then... Yeah, no, I think he would rather just, like... I guess it's true. He would rather not say anything and let someone be wrong than correct him.
Dude, when we do streams together, I talk so much shit, and he's always just like, yeah, whatever you think, Law. And I have to, like, draw, like, what do you think? And he's like, well, I mean, I don't really, it's whatever people are doing. I was like, no, give me a damn answer. He just won't go that way, man. And
Is he a 5 on the troll meter, though?
That's what I was curious about. Like, when has he ever trolled anyone? No, I guess he does like to make jokes sometimes that are just, yeah, I can get why he would have a 5 on the troll meter. I take it back.
Okay. All right.
Actually, is he in the Discord, Alti? He's just like, for me, he's just Law's BFF. That like, is like, look, I've only got like $20 for this banner. Let me put you on for my stream.
Listen, I spent like $205 on those banners, but yeah, when he drops like 1K, I look like a little girl, like with my lunch money.
I will say he is a troll because he does not fund my career choice. So he could make my dreams come true, and he's not. So that makes him a troll in my book.
All right. Delzor is the next up. So Delzor has an overall 4.5. All right. And I know a lot of people like Delzor. I think Delzor is probably one of the most condescending people when it comes to like the actually thing, like much like myself. Right. So I think me and him are like equal when it comes to just like we think we know everything about the game. So he came in a little bit low on Sophist, a 6. But given the definition that Pac Demon gave us, the use of fallacious arguments, I don't think that he does that. I just think that he's a know-it-all. So I guess those are two different things.
I told him to step off his high horse in Discord last week, so I would put him as a 10 on that. Yeah, I think he's like king of the main Discord or something.
Is this whole segment's designed to get us all in trouble with people? I already know.
Listen, I'm a what am I on here? I'm a 5 on asshole, and that's when I'm one of like Nib's best friends, and he made the list, and I'm still a 5 on asshole. Like, so it's okay.
With Delzor, I mean, I assume dumbass is 1. I don't know. Like, I don't know Delzor that much. I haven't asked them for information about the game, but like even from day one, like. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I got like the word that popped into mind was like elitist almost, you know, like I played JP, you guys don't even know. I know the meta, I know what's coming up. It's like condescending was kind of a good way of the vibe I was getting, not saying they're actually like that, but elitist condescending was kind of the what was being pushed out to my ears.
Yes.
But apparently they're really smart.
So a 7 on asshole, a 1 on dumbass. I agree. Like for the most part, he does know what he's talking about, and he's a very reliable source of information. Just a little condescending. And troll 4. I've never seen him troll anyone, so I don't really know about that.
Fair.
And the next up, per platypus, a 5.
I was bumped up from a 2 to a 5.
Right. I think you weren't rated in one category, so I like.
Okay.
To be fair.
Fair. Okay.
Okay. So you have a 5 for asshole, which is higher than I would expect. Let's just start off with that.
I have a hard time believing that I'm a bigger asshole, that I'm tied
with
Laval and Laliette, and I'm higher than ...
Wait, you think ? Is an asshole?
No, I think we're relatively on similar terms. I think look at no one, you like, I think what was like a comedian says, like you can't say that you're not. If someone's like you're an asshole, you can't be like, no, I'm not. You have to be like, shit, what did I do? You know, it's like I can't say that I'm not an asshole because if that's how someone perceives me, that's how they perceive me.
Listen, I haven't been on the main Discord a ton in the last week, but not counting the last week, question mark is one of the most wholesome people we have in the community. So I think he's less of an asshole than you.
He helped me with some strats a while ago. Yeah, I like question mark.
I like him too. Why are we pretending like I'm saying I don't? I'm just saying that I think I'm also closer to a 3 than a 5.
I say I drop him down to a 2 with Alti, and I think you should be like a 3.
Okay.
I think Platt's a 3. I wouldn't fuck him.
I like it.
Oh, sure. Are we talking about assholes?
All right. So dumbass. All right. A 6. All right.
I mean,
6 is generous. He could be higher on dumbass. Let's take the points from asshole and move him to dumbass.
All right. Look, it's fair. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just take everything that I do from Japan content creators and repaste it and make that money.
Dude, the only flaws I've ever had. I think you're one of the most genuine people we have. You're not a sophist at all. You're only a troll in the best ways. So all around, I just think that the only thing you struggle with is being a genius. So I don't think
out of these 4 categories, I think I'm a bigger dumbass than I am the other things, and I think troll is second, but it's not a mean-spirited troll.
Agreed. So yeah, I could see you as like maybe an 8 on the dumbass, because this is also comparing you to everyone else who's a hardcore player and stuff. So it's not comparing you to the average person. You're way smarter than the average person, especially at like Dragon Quest Tact. Actually, especially in real life. But
all I'm gonna say about the defend myself from the dumbass is, yeah, I have a rank 6 Great Dragon. Okay, I know, but I was one of the first people to talk about how good Tiger Cub was, how good Queen Slime was. You know, that I thought King Bubble Slime was better than whatever the other, I don't even remember what other unit came out. There was like 2 that came out. Point is, like, I've had some good takes. That's my only defense. I'm not claiming to be the smartest player in the game, because I'm not.
No,
I don't want to be.
And you're not a sophist, so the 5, I think that's ridiculous. All right, next up we have question mark. We kind of went over him.
Actually, Laliette. No.
Actually, I am a sophist.
All right. We got a 3 for asshole, a 5 for dumbass, a 5 for sophist, an 8 for troll. Question mark does like to troll. I think we're a little bit high on dumbass and sophist, but hey, what do you guys think?
I think you got to push these numbers a little bit.
Are we going to talk about me again anytime soon? I'm getting bored.
You're up here. You're up here.
Nope. I don't even want to talk about you anymore.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're too high on the list. We're working our way there. All right, Laliette.
I know. I remember. I was second from the bottom.
Dude, Nibs thinks that I'm a bigger idiot than you are. That is so insulting because you guys have debates and he directly disagrees with whatever you say.
That's interesting.
He said he disagrees with me too.
That's interesting.
This is awesome. I love this list. I want him to finish it.
Okay, so we're talking about me now. Can we have some respect? All right. So 5 for asshole. That might be a little bit low. The only reason I was upset about this is because of Laval, and then I started thinking about it, and I was like, actually, if we just, I think Laval's more of an asshole, but everybody else, like when you look at another 5, like Per Platypus, I'm more of an asshole than Per Platypus for sure. So and then like Delzor. I don't know how we're rating asshole. But maybe I'm equally as an asshole as him, right?
I think it's probably about this big by this point.
My what?
I thought we were talking about your asshole.
Oh, it's bigger than that, dude. You couldn't even imagine. So dumbass a 6. Ouch. Equally a dumbass as Platypus. I put way more work into being right. So if I'm still wrong equally as much as Platypus, that's depressing. I probably put 5 times as much effort in researching like the future.
I love that Nibs put himself at 2 as the only 2, and then the only person above him is Delzor, who he goes to for advice. This is such a biased list. It's crazy. That's what makes it so fun. I want to make one.
It is fun. Sophist 6. I don't think I make any arguments that are not realistic. But so I think my sophist points should go towards asshole. I think that. And then troll. I do like. I
disagree.
Troll.
you're the highest in sophist, and not being like, that's one of my favorite things about you is that if I say something stupid, you'll be like, that's not accurate. You're actually giving bad information right now.
Actually, he's not the highest.
Yeah, it's like and it's because I don't feel like you're just randomly interrupting people to do it, but it's like, as a content creator and we're putting something out, you want to make sure that we're not putting out bad information. And some people would just be yes men and go along with it, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But you're like, no. I know for a fact that this is different, and here's why I know this, because I ran my calculation on how much people spend on accounts and blah blah blah. And like, so I think that's
I would agree with you
obviously,
until Pac Demon wrote this definition. The use of fallacious arguments, especially with the intent of deceiving. I don't try to deceive anyone.
You try the opposite. You try to make sure people are okay. Well, the actually fat kid is closer to what you are than whatever Pac Demon has said.
Yeah, I correct people more often than just about everybody other than Delzor. Like, me and Delzor are the correctors. Although Nib's a pretty big corrector as well, but he put himself as a 10. So I'm starting to think that he had a better intention, like the less of fake, because he would never try to fake deceive somebody. You know what I mean? So
yeah, he put a 7. A 10 is Lucas below him.
Oh, I'm dumb. He still put himself above me, so which is a little bit generous. I think I'm probably equal as Nib when it comes to that. So then Lucas, I've never really had any issues with Lucas. Does Lucas think he knows everything?
I have no idea who that is. There's 2 people on this list still that I don't know who they are. I don't know Lucas. I don't know Laval.
All right. Well, we'll skip Lucas. Let's go to Nib. All right. I'm going to let Chase break down Nib. You got the floor.
Oh, sorry. Where do I find this?
Oh.
I got it pulled up here. I can
put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can't share because it messes up our cameras. I was going to share earlier. Okay, so let me just tell you and you talk. All right, so Nib is a 9 on asshole.
Oh, no, I got it. Okay, so Nib overall is a 6.75. This is Nib's list, by the way?
Yes.
Yep.
9 is an asshole. He's not, I don't know. Like, talking to him on, I don't pay attention to the main Discord that much. I don't know. I don't see him as an asshole necessarily. But he got a 9 there. And then Dumbass is a 2, which yeah, I don't. Let me see. The only one that scored lower was Delzor, but I don't know. No, I don't think that he's dumb, but I also don't think he's like that much smarter than everyone else here. They are very generous with the dumbass rating. Sophist is 7. Oh, there's no way he's higher than lower than. No, I think he's a little sophist, not annoyingly so, but on troll, I don't know. 9. He's got a 9 on troll, so
I don't think he's that big of a troll.
So
yeah, I don't see him as a troll. So, but then again, I don't really know.
So two defenses of his ranking. 1, it could be him revealing that he's joking more than he is, and it's going over our heads. 2, he did make this list. All right, that's a pretty troll thing to do in general, is to make a list and put numbers that you know will trigger some people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did this get? I think this got updated since I saw it, because I think my ranks were higher in things before. Pretty sure I was a 10 sophist last time, which is why I've been making actually jokes for 20 minutes.
I don't know.
Anywho.
But now we can talk about you, though. So this is your favorite part of the show.
About fucking time.
You're an 8 on asshole.
I'm proud of that. That's actually me being like nice. Outside Discord, I actually like my videos. I try to be very nice. But if you disagree with me, and I know that you're wrong, I'm gonna be a giant fucking prick.
Actually, if I know you're wrong. Now I see why you got 9 in Sophist. All right, I'm with you.
Where'd the players go, bro?
All right, let me tell you one of the funniest things, all right? So I make a video about orbs, like giving this really logical, like, you can't argue against me with any, like, there's no facts that I misrepresented in that argument, right? You can only have an emotional disagreement with me. And his comment is a link to the, he says, I have proof you're wrong. It's a link to the Twitter freaking event where it had like 200 people sharing it at the time. That's it. He didn't say anything else. This is why you're wrong. And I literally laughed out loud.
Stand by it
when that happened,
dude. Like, yeah, I think Chase is a bigger troll.
I'm actually very happy for Malcolm that it worked out in the end, the retweet campaign, because day 2 was like, even in the Discord, we were like, oh, holy shit, this game is dead. Like,
people were asking to make a video. I'm like, I'm not making a video about it.
All I'm with Platt. I think you're bigger than a 7 on troll.
Like,
yeah, yeah.
It's weird, like, because
it depends on what base I have.
I would compare you and Kage a lot together, but Kage was like like, I don't know. There's ways of doing it. You guys are both like relatively harsh with the way you troll, but Kage was like more of an asshole about it, I guess. Like, I don't know, like you were funnier about it, less just mean about it. And that's not to say, you know, Kage I know has been like, I've always loved Kage, even when it wasn't popular to love Kage. But
here's my explanation of the difference between them. Is Chase was smart enough to put his voice and face on camera, which made it easier to understand he was joking and then get a grasp of his personality, while Kage was all text for the first couple months.
Oh, Chase is way meaner over text, it feels like. Like, I'll just be streaming, like, hey, where's this little dick bitch streaming my shit again? My content stealer. I'm like, oh, hey, Chase.
Dude, he gets me all the time.
You guys, I've explained in detail. I'm like, guys, when I'm being mean, it's because I think I'm funny, and you guys both remember it. So, thank you. Unless you tell me that I'm wrong about fucking orbs, and then I think you guys are idiots.
Hey, I've very rarely disagreed with you in these last few weeks. Maybe about semantics, but not about general points.
That's why we're BFFs now. So, Lolly's the odd man out tonight.
True.
So, what are we going to talk about on our podcast next month or next week, Platt? We can have.
We're gonna talk about Laval. You're gonna tell me all about Laval.
I don't know who Laval is. Yeah.
Apparently he's the overall biggest community dipshit. You know, according to Nib's thing.
I blocked
Laval,
him.
I don't know you.
The first day he joined the main Discord, I had to block him. I even welcomed him to the Discord. Like, I saw him on the one where they get all the stats and stuff. And he seemed like kind of like a know-it-all, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And the first time he came in, I welcomed him, and then he just blew up about how the game's gonna die and all this stuff. And then I was like, oh, no, I'm done with you. Blocked him. And then a week later, Chase takes over the throne of saying the game's gonna die and stuff. And I was still kind of like pissed off from the Laval thing, and I think that aired a lot towards, I was like, shh.
The only mention of Laval in my Discord I just typed it in, was, man, that Laval guy, I keep quiet over there so I don't have to talk to him. And then Kage's like, I try to make Laval feel like shit every chance I get. I gotta look up Laval. I'm sorry. It's a name that I recognize, but I just don't know who it is.
Are you saying that he just got kicked out of? Didn't somebody get kicked out of the Discord the other day, or they left or something?
Was that not mine? I don't know.
Oh, I think it was because there was some user in the main Discord that was talking about cheating or something while Malcolm was in the chat, and they're like, shut up, Malcolm is here, stop talking about cheating. I don't remember what it even was now.
Yeah, and Insane Evil said that he was kicked from 2 DQT Discords, so I'm guessing one of them is the main, but
yeah, all those messages were deleted too, so I can't even find out who this person was, but maybe it's for the better, I guess. I don't know.
I got kicked from my Dokkan Battle subreddit like 3 times. That's why I have like different Reddit accounts. Because it's like they'll tell me like, you should have put this question in a mega thread. I'm like, this was like a discussion topic. Like, okay, well, we're gonna ban you for a day. I'm like, well, why don't you suck?
Yeah.
I would just tell him off or call him a Nazi or something, so then I would get.
There's a line, like, I used to think I was against all moderation for that kind of stuff. It's like, just shut up and just like let someone ask a question. I don't know, like, who cares? That's like what Reddit's for. Not everything has to be in a mega thread where no one sees it. But I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft Classic, and all of looking for group chat is people just talking about Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and like trying to sell shit. And I'm just like, this is like, can we get a moderator in here? Can I actually use it what it's for?
Oh my, I forgot I had another mask I was gonna wear. Oh well.
You got a few minutes to grab it.
Right, yeah, go grab it real quick. Me and Perplat will finish over Kage. So Kage is a 10 on asshole, 5 on dumbass, 4 on sophist, 10 on troll.
I really don't think Kage is that big of an asshole. It's hard to say. He's definitely not recently. But if there's like a 15 on troll, I think he'd get it, you know.
Right. Well, I understand why Nib would put him as a 10 on asshole, so I'm fine with it. The dumbass part is a little bit interesting because he is less of a dumbass than me, which is interesting. I really need a good definition for dumbass, because if it's just like inaccurately representing things in the game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure exactly what it means. For Sophist, he's only a 4. That seems really low. He is the second lowest Sophist.
Besides, Jesus, basically.
Yeah, Jesus, who is Alti, But the thing is, he does think he knows a majority of everything. So I think it's weird that, you know what I mean? Even during Chase and Nibs, when they were having their debate, he's sitting in the chat and he's like, I would destroy both of you right now. You guys don't even know how to have an argument. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I think, dumbass, I'm choosing to not think dumbass means misrepresenting the game's information, and that it instead means, like, maybe it's social cues, something like that. Maybe it's
you have really good social cues.
Yeah, I don't know how he defines it. Maybe that's part of the 9 of his troll, is giving you a high dumbass rating because he knew it would not bug you, but you knew it would stand out to you.
Somebody talking at me. I can't find what I was looking for. I have a giant foam Donald Trump mask. I was looking for that, but that would probably piss too many people off.
Now, if dumbass is like giving your hybrid, mid heal, I'm cool with it.
No, dumbass is giving your hybrid mid heal and then arguing that it was the smartest use of mid heal.
I've been
doing it
right. I've been very clear that you shouldn't do it. I've made so many mistakes that if we're just recording mistakes, I'm probably higher on dumbass.
Did you get your new mid heal scroll that just came out on the new battle road?
Nope.
Well, you can new mid heal.
Yep.
What are we gonna put it on this time? What's the big mid heal?
I'm saving it. Nah, dude.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna mess it up again. I'm not interested.
I will for sure. I'm just holding it. Did you find it?
No, I couldn't find it.
Oh,
I had something else though. Oh, there it is. I need something to open a box.
All right. Well,
yeah. Anyway.
Suspense.
Okay.
Oh my god. I thought someone was walking behind me because there's a delay over here, and I saw Chase walking in, but I thought it was from behind me. Point is that I'm just filling air right now while I wait.
Mid heal Baramos, you heard it here. All right, that's all I'm saying.
You know what? Probably be good. I don't know. Baramos is way better than people say. Just no one has them besides Kage.
All right, so Chase, give us some closing words. Now, because we've reached our time.
Buffalo, eggplant, sousaphone.
Is that
what you were looking for?
You sext a girl, right? Those are like the things you said.
Hey girl, buffalo, eggplant, sousaphone.
I just always think of that Family Guy where they're like, don't text her, Peter, with words. Just send her an eggplant and a volcano emoji. She'll know what it means.
Did we see that Chase was bragging to me about how he got 3 patrons and he didn't know that I was the 3rd patron that he got today? He's like, I got a new patron today. I'm like, yeah, that was me. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, that was me. I'm the one that subscribed to you on Patreon. Now I felt like weird because I messaged him, I want a slime named after me. He's like, the F unit? I was like, yeah, my girlfriend says I'm the best F she's ever had or something like that. And it's like, now I'm like, he just thought it was some stranger saying it to him. And I'm like, oh, that probably came out fucking weird.
That's good.
I don't know how this goes together. I was gonna put my scouter on.
I like your scouter. All right. How much was your scouter?
I think it was like
9,000.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. Oh my god. I was gonna say
They were $2,200 when I wanted to get one when I was in college.
I think no, actually, it says Platt's power level is only 1,006.
Ooh.
Oh wait, sorry. Oh, it's over 9,000.
It's over 9,000. I have a Napa right there.
Yeah.
You can't see it, but it's right there. I promise.
That was a direct joke from Dragon Ball Z Abridged, where they're like, "What's his power level?" It's 1,006.
Vegeta.
Yeah. Dude, I'm getting one for sure.
I only watched Abridged.
All right. Well, we're gonna shut her down on the stream now. I hope everybody had a great time. Thank you for coming by, and look forward next week. We will have Pack Demon on.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Hope this wasn't just a bunch of rambling, but it might have been. But it was fun.
We kept it tight like a tiger.